Thank you for joining us here tonight on Halton News, right here on your TV. It's Tuesday, September 22nd, and I'm Jessica Kading. The number of confirmed COVID-19 cases continues to rise in Halton. 19 new cases have been reported in our region since yesterday, bringing our new total number of active cases to 141. Burlington is reporting 11 of those cases, and the vast majority of cases are in Oakville, which currently has 93 residents dealing with COVID-19. In Milton, 24 active cases are on record, and Halton Hills has 13 known cases. Currently, only one case in Halton is severe enough to be treated in hospital, and that patient is at Oakville Trafalgar Memorial Hospital. Our local hospital testing centers are currently experiencing a very high number of requests for COVID-19 test appointments. Halton Healthcare says they're doing everything they can to test as many people as possible, but wait times for appointments may be much longer than expected. For your safety and to reduce long lineups at the testing centers, COVID-19 testing is now being done by appointment only. If you have symptoms and want to book an appointment to be tested in Oakville, Milton, or Halton Hills, please call 905-203-7963 for an assessment and to book an appointment. The phones are answered every day between 7:30 a.m. and 4:30 p.m., but the call centers are extremely busy and you may experience a delay. If you do not have symptoms, you are asked to book online. Burlington's Joseph Brand Hospital is also seeing an unprecedented demand in recent weeks for COVID-19 testing at the assessment center and at their drive-through clinic. They apologize and say they're working hard to direct more resources towards reducing these wait times, including adding more staff to respond to requests and book appointments. They've also been working with community partners to open a community-based testing center in the coming weeks that will increase capacity and improve access to testing. In the meantime, they ask that you schedule online at covidtesting.josephbrandhospital.ca. If you require more urgent care, please go to the emergency department or call 911. As we head towards cooler temperatures, it's important to remember that flu season will still be here soon as well. Nikki Wesley spoke with an Oakville pharmacist to find out what to expect.
Last flu season, there were more than 5,700 flu-related hospitalizations and 280 deaths in Ontario. This year, in the midst of the COVID pandemic, as we head toward flu season, pharmacies and physicians' offices are preparing for a wave of patients looking for a flu shot. Pharmacist and PharmaSave owner Ziad Deneau.
So I think just like every year, we're prepared to provide flu vaccine to all patients that request it. Health Canada recommends everybody age 6 months and up to receive a flu vaccine if they want protection from the flu. I think this year maybe in a way it's different because we're also expecting and preparing for a second wave of the COVID-19. And I always like to remind patients and clients and the population that COVID-19 and flu are caused by two different viruses. The last thing we want is to jeopardize anyone's health with contracting both viruses because both can cause an infection simultaneously. And where COVID-19 still has no vaccine to date, we have an effective and safe vaccine for the flu. We offer it every year because every year it changes slightly.
Deneau is expecting the flu shot to be made available by public health in early October.
In every given year, we try to vaccinate high-risk patients, patients that have chronic medical conditions, patients who are 65 and over, children under 5, anybody that is caring for a child under 5 or for a senior. So we try to vaccinate that segment of the population first, and then it's opened up to the rest of the population.
In a study of more than 7,000 participants across Ontario and Atlantic Canada, 86% of respondents said they plan to get the flu shot this year. 56% of those surveyed said COVID-19 has affected their flu shot decision and they're feeling more nervous about getting sick.
Every year it's around 70-75%. So there is an uptick in the desire to get vaccinated. Rightfully so. It is the right thing to do, and that's what we preach to all our patients.
With many shared symptoms between the flu and COVID and the common cold, PharmaSave has created a downloadable comparison chart.
Some of the similarities are aches and pains or fever. You know, these happen in both COVID-19 and in the flu. But the flu typically is not associated with difficulty breathing, whereas COVID-19 is known to cause difficulty breathing. Not in all cases, but it is a common symptom. So it's very difficult to discern which one you're going to have. Hopefully you'll have neither. But a best way to start the season is come and get vaccinated.
Pharmacists and physicians want patients to call to be screened for symptoms before they come in for a flu shot.
Because if you are displaying any symptoms that can be COVID-related symptoms, we prefer if you stay at home and quarantine until you feel a little bit better. That's to limit community spread. We're all responsible equally to keep each other safe. So that's probably my request, and that's the recommendation from Public Health. And hopefully you'll have a safe winter season.
Reporting for Halton News, I'm Nikki Wesley.
Just this afternoon, the Government of Ontario announced its plan to launch the largest flu immunization campaign in the province's history. In partnership with the federal government and other provinces and territories, they're offering 5.1 million flu vaccine doses. That's approximately 700,000 more than were distributed last year. Vulnerable populations in long-term care homes, hospitals, and retirement homes will be prioritized for early distribution of this vaccine. For the first time, high-dose flu vaccine for seniors will be allocated to participating pharmacies. Milton Town Council met last night for their monthly meeting, and on the agenda was the budget and the potential 5% tax increase for residents. We spoke with Councillor John Challoner this afternoon, who says he tried to get council to work towards a smaller increase.
I put forward a motion to look at a maximum 3% property tax increase locally in 2021. It was supported. The motion was supported by Councillor Rick Malbooth. It lost 5-4, and so we'll move forward to our discussions about the budget in December, looking at a 5% increase. It all depends on the size of the house that you have. It's based on market value assessment. So the average house in Milton now is in the about $750,000, but the average Miltonian is paying north of $3,000 a year in property taxes, and so you're looking at about a $150 to $200 increase. Hopefully, common sense will prevail, and we'll be in the range of 2 to 3% when we finish the budget discussions. I have to admit, though, I'm kind of skeptical about that. The reason why I brought forward motions last year and this year to kind of set the table in advance of budget discussions, give staff direction, was that we had not given staff direction for 2019, and we ended up with an almost 9% local property tax increase, and no effort was made by the majority of council to reduce that impact. And so I really believe that as council has done traditionally in the past, set the direction, come back with the budget, and make changes as needed through the budget discussion itself. So
Sheridan College is proud to congratulate Craig Hennigan, who graduated from their Media Arts program in 1995 and has now won an Emmy for outstanding sound editing for a comedy or drama series for his work on Stranger Things. The award marks the third time Hennigan has won an Emmy for his work to create the Netflix sci-fi dramas Supernatural Sounds. He also received Emmys in 2017 and 2018 in the sound editing category. This year, he was also nominated in the category of outstanding sound mixing for a comedy or a drama. Throughout his career, Hennigan has contributed to dozens of feature films, including Black Swan, Deadpool, 13th, Roma, and Hidden Figures. In 2019, he was nominated for an Academy Award for his sound mixing work on Roma. He says his Sheridan College experience taught him the value of teamwork and working hard to perfect the recordings that set the mood on screen. Other Sheridan grads were also part of other big stories coming out of the 2020 Emmys. Several grads from the Faculty of Animation Arts and Design worked behind the scenes on Schitt's Creek, which swept the Emmys with 9 awards, including Outstanding Comedy Series. As a result of COVID-19, many people are in crisis and even more are on the edge of crisis. The pandemic has only worsened already pressing issues such as poverty, mental illness, and isolation. Individuals, families, and neighborhoods have been pushed to their limits, and the social sector is being stretched beyond its capacity to serve the under and overwhelming need. Today, in this time of great uncertainty, the United Way Halton and Hamilton launched their 2020-2021 fundraising campaign, and I spoke with the president and CEO, Ben Park, about the launch this morning downtown Burlington.
We are here today to launch our 2020 annual fundraising campaign. We are launching a big goal of $10 million, and we're excited to bring this to the community because we know they're going to step up and respond.
$10 million!
It certainly has been an unprecedented year. The demand for social services is increasing drastically. We know it's increased by 42% since the beginning of the pandemic. And we are seeing agencies that are struggling to meet that demand. And at a time when their revenues are decreasing because of events that they can't hold and revenue that they can't raise, it's kind of like a double whammy.
Outside of government, United Way is the largest funder of social service programs and initiatives in Canada, and John Chisholm was happy to accept the role of campaign chair this year.
Well, I'm very enthusiastic. When Brad Park asked me in February to consider chairing the cabinet through this campaign, I felt that it was an honor for sure, and I've been on the cabinet for a number of years. But we never really certainly identified the need that would be a result of the pandemic. So the need is real, the need is deep in the community. The United Way funds over 65 agencies, over 120,000 services within the community. And it supports over 200,000 local people in our community. So the need is very significant. I've been inspired by our cabinet. I've been so inspired by the team at the United Way. And the response so far from the community has been outstanding. So I'm very confident that we will reach our target that we're announcing today. And I'm very inspired by how the community has responded. And I'm certain when we reach the end of the campaign in March 31st, 2021, that we will meet that target and meet the need that we know is so real in our community.
I asked Chisholm why residents who have the capacity to donate should consider choosing the United Way this year.
I do want to thank those that have made it a part of their annual give to United Way. To those that may have never considered it, you should feel confident that you're making an impact to lives locally. The flow-through is a significant flow-through of funds. United Way Agency relies on volunteers like myself to message the campaign and work through the campaign. As a longtime donor and a leadership level donor, I know with confidence that when I make my gift annually, that it is actually targeted to those in the community that need it most. So my confidence in why I'm here as a volunteer to lead the campaign is that confidence that I know through that one donation, I'm making a broad impact in my community.
If you've been wondering whether Santa Claus will be making his stop through town this year, we have those details after the break. Stay with us. Santa Claus parades have always been an unofficial kickoff to the Christmas season, and although many parades have been canceled, the Georgetown Lions Club is forging ahead. Melissa Candelaria has the details.
Despite many events being canceled because of COVID-19, the Georgetown Lions Club has decided to keep their street open for Santa to come to town. On Saturday, November 21st, the Santa Claus Parade will take place at Trafalgar Sports Park. Lions Club member John Feeney says they didn't make this decision lightly.
As you know, 2020 has been a tough year, and we were very close to having to cancel our parade as well. But we doubled down our efforts, and with our committee within the club that takes care of the Santa Claus Parade in the town of Halton Hills, we worked really hard to try to come up with a way where we could still have the Santa Claus Parade and do it in a safe fashion.
The Lions Club will be running it a little differently this year, calling it a reverse parade.
So of course, normally what happens is people are lined up along the road and they watch the floats go by. In this case, we're changing it up, and the floats will be effectively at the side of the road inside the park, and people will come through the park, will drive through, and that way we'll be able to control people and keep their social distance who are participating as on one of the floats, while keeping people in their cars and in their bubbles to proceed through the parade safely.
Feeney says he hopes this parade will give something positive for residents to look forward to.
Talking from personal experience, I've got 2 teenage kids, and a lot of their events have been canceled. Of course, school earlier last year, I guess, was canceled. This year, it's very different, and a lot of the things that they're accustomed to have been canceled. Even obviously for adults, lots of trips and things. So it's been a tough year, and as a service club, our job is to try to make Georgetown and Halton Hills a better place to live. In this case, I think we could all use a bit of a lift. And so if this parade can help people feel a little bit more normal, help them be able to celebrate the season, feel a part of that community, know that we're all in this together, and we think it'll help everyone's spirits.
The parade will start at 5 p.m. and will run until 9. Reporting for Halton News, I'm Melissa Candelaria.
Taking a look down Brant Street on what marks the first official day of fall, and the temperatures are starting to feel like fall has arrived as well. Tomorrow we're looking forward to a high of 24 degrees in the afternoon. That comes with a mix of sun and cloud. There is a slight chance of rain to look out for on Thursday, only a 30% chance though, otherwise mix of sun and cloud. Full sunshine expected Friday, and then as we head into the weekend, our warmest temperature of the week will be 25 degrees. That's on Saturday with a mix of sun and cloud. If you are planning anything this weekend, I would choose Saturday over Sunday, as we are expecting plenty of showers to arrive by Sunday morning. The Oakville Chamber of Commerce also invites you to join them for Season 2 of their Conversation series. This Thursday in the Season 2 premiere, you can join Chair of the Board Tim Cadigan for his conversation about the Canadian economy with Derek Burlington, VP and Deputy Chief Economist of TD Bank Group. You can watch that live this Thursday on the Chamber's Facebook page, or tune in right here on your TV when we broadcast it this Friday, September 25th at 8 p.m. The nominations for the 2020 Excellence in Business Awards put on by the Halton Hills Chamber of Commerce close tonight. This year, they're looking to celebrate businesses and people that have demonstrated resilience and adaptivity in the face of the COVID-19 pandemic. There are 5 business categories that you can nominate businesses for. They say it only takes 2 minutes to nominate yourself or another deserving business on haltonhillschamber.on.ca. Finalists will be announced soon, and the virtual awards will take place on October 21st. The Oakville Chamber is also collecting nominations for their Stronger Together Resiliency Awards. Nominations will be accepted until this Friday at noon. They're looking for you to nominate a small business that has shown innovation, compassion, and determination for the COVID-19 lockdown and reopening. To do so, please visit oakvillechamber.ca. And now a look to how some of Halton's top companies performed on the markets today. Still ahead, we'll have the latest from the Burlington Food Bank. Stay with us. Welcome back to Halton News. Up now, we have the latest from the Executive Director of the Burlington Food Bank, Robin Bailey.
This is Robin Bailey, the Executive Director of the Burlington Food Bank, and I'm here with Norm Crook. He's our past chair. Also with Tracy Crook, his wife, and she's a great supporter of the Burlington Food Bank, and Cameron Robbins, who's one of the owners of Tim Hortons here in Burlington. Cameron, what is it about Smile Cookie that means so much to you as far as supporting us at the Burlington Food Bank?
It's a fantastic way to give back to the community. It's especially for the Burlington Food Bank. It's such a great operation here in the city that we love to be a part of. Right there, and the team enjoys it inside. We enjoyed it. It's any part that we can give back to the community and our efforts is a great cause. And hey, you get a cookie. What kind of donation can you go and you get a cookie at the food, right? So it's we love the program and we love that Burlington Food Bank is a part with us. And it's a great organization and we can do what we can do to help out.
Norm, I know that Smile Cookie Week means a lot to you, and I know that you always want to thank owners and things, so if you could do that for us.
Yeah, I sure would. So first of all, Cameron, thank you. All the other Tim Hortons that support the Smile Cookie campaign. This means so much to the Burlington Food Bank. Even though I am the past chair, my wife and I continue to help out because we really believe in what Tim Hortons does for us. They're such a great community supporter, and the Burlington Food Bank needs the support more than ever through COVID times, and our numbers have increased dramatically. So Cameron and all the other Tim Hortons, thank you very much for your support.
For an evening of solidarity and to hear from survivors and allies in the community who want to see an end to gender-based violence. There will also be a candlelit vigil and a few moments of silence. For those who want to join this virtual Zoom event, please do so by visiting savasofhalton.org for the link to connect. We'll also be airing a recording of this event right here on your TV on a future date, and I'll keep you posted as to when that is. Let's stand together online for the Kidney Walk to show them you've got their back. The Kidney Walk is a big part of fundraising efforts by the Kidney Foundation of Canada. They raise funds for crucial programs, innovative research, and services that support those that are living with kidney disease. The online Kidney Walk celebration will take place on September 27th. To fundraise, please visit kidneywalk.ca. Pumpkins After Dark is another event for the whole family. It's running through the 1st of November and features events for 1st of December, and it features 150 one-of-a-kind pumpkins and sculptures which can be viewed from the comfort of your own car on the 2.5-kilometer loop in the scenic County Heritage Park in Milton. Tickets are available online. For more, go to pumpkinsafterdark.com. The downtown Acton Farmers Market continues on Thursday evenings through October. Several changes have had to be made due to the pandemic to ensure the safety of vendors and patrons. To learn more, please visit downtownacton.ca. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank you for tuning in to Halton News right here on your TV. We'll be back with another live edition tomorrow night at 5:30, and then I invite you to connect with us on social media. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at YourTV Halton. You can also connect with us via email at haltonnews@cogeco.com. Feel free to send us any comments, questions, or story ideas. And if you'd like to see more content, please visit us online at yourtv.tv. For Halton News, I'm Jessica Kading.